Hey everyone, it's Assassin321 again, and today I'll be going through the third part installment of my 4-part series of the Mass Effect 3 Leviathan DLC.
Commander?
Okay guys, so for any of you who don't realise, I've pretty much played all the Mass Effects several times through each. I haven't really changed up the characters. I've pretty much just stayed as a soldier class throughout all of the games, because to me that's what Commander Shepard should be as a human. I do understand it's like biotics, but like all of them are like implants and stuff, not like the Asari who are naturally biotic. Yeah, so I always just stuck to the soldier and used basically guns and basically adrenaline mode and grenades to win. It's a lot harder in definitely a lot of parts, especially now that like every character gets to have every gun in Mass Effect 3. So there's really no benefit of being a soldier and using all the weapons under the arsenal. However, to me, I prefer the abilities I get. Also, I was saying in the last video how I could do a glitch with the Mantis sniper rifle by getting a two-shot with the Mantis, firing it, using adrenaline mode and firing a second round immediately to get the two-shot round and the second high damage output one from the adrenaline mode enhancement. Yeah, but to me that was, I would say, a pretty interesting discovery. None of my friends knew about it until I was telling them about it. I haven't been able to get it to work with the Widow yet because the Widow is too high powered or something. I don't know, the reload time is different on it. But the Mantis is like a bolt action if you had to think about it in terms of like modern guns or old school guns. But
Bryson's team might have
very cool little glitch I found, but it's definitely helped me and a couple of my friends get past gold on the Spec Ops. That and playing against Geth on gold and just spamming fucking overload of like 4 engineers. four engineers with 4 combat drones and 4 fully upgraded overloads and incinerates fucking destroy Geth so hard. You get fucking like a fuck ton of money ridiculously quick. Like by the time you've done wave 5 and got the first bonus round for money, you've got like what, 15,000 credits already.
Bryson's assistant, Hadley. Do we have an update on his status?
He is in a vegetative state. The doctors believe it is permanent.
But the miners recovered when the artifact was destroyed.
Hadley lost consciousness when he attempted to answer our questions about Leviathan. It may have been a deliberate attempt to silence him permanently.
EDI, what project was Garneau working on when he found the artifact?
Basilisk.
Got anything on Basilisk?
Several ships, a mythical creature, and a rare mid-tier enemy type in the Galaxy of Fantasy video game. It possesses a gaze attack capable of triggering synced animation kills. Player forums describe it as overpowered.
I meant the project, EDI.
Oh. Then, no.
Don't forget to like and subscribe my videos. Every subscribe and like, and even if you share my videos, helps me out greatly. When I plan to get around to doing a lot more videos on my days off of work, I should be able to pump out pretty quickly.
Could be worth a look.
Unfortunately, today isn't one of my days off. I've only finished work a couple hours ago, and I'm still pretty tired. But I really wanted to get these videos done and posted, as obviously this is quite a hot DLC at the moment for all of the Mass Effect 3 fans, and they might kind of just want to download it or see see what's in the DLC before they download it. It is 800 Microsoft points. I'd definitely recommend buying it. Don't forget that we've actually got a fuck ton of free DLC that most games would charge you like, say, 500 to 800 Microsoft points for. Like what we had the Earth DLC. We had the extended cut. Extended cut should have been.
She seems to know something about the artifact.
She sounded
better.
If Reaper forces were approaching, her concern was warranted.
But
Let's hope we
yeah,
get to her before
I'm not
they
going to
do.
delve into the
said
extended
she was
cut
in
too
the
much
Pylos Nebula,
because that's
working for
a
Project
whole
Scarab.
can of worms. But
That cluster contains several
everyone's got their own
systems.
opinion
I'll
about.
call up the
To
nebula on the
me,
galaxy map.
ending's not exactly what I wanted. As a die-hard Mass Effect fan, all my choices in the end didn't really matter. All I say is the game ended for me after a bright light. If you know what that bright light is, you probably agree with me. If you don't, you probably haven't played the game enough to realize. But yeah, definitely worth the 800 Microsoft points for this DLC. Like I said, we've already got a fuck ton of like multiplayer DLC and the extended cut for free. So 800 Microsoft points, if you think about grouping all of those DLC together and like saying it's like 800 Microsoft points for the whole lot, it's definitely quite a good value for money. But it's up to you guys in the end to download it. That's why I put up these videos as well, so you can check it out beforehand. And if you don't like it, don't download it. If you do like it, download it. And subscribe and like to my channel. Kind of whoring myself here, but fairly new to YouTube and I kind of need to get my name out there. But cheers.
Signal confirmed.
The one thing that on a different topic, the one thing I'm not really too happy about Mass Effect 3 is the fact that they took away the fuel depots and like, obviously since the Reapers came through the systems and destroyed everything, and they like destroyed the fuel depots, but now all of the fuel depots are just like piles of like fuel, which is kind of a little annoying, especially since most of the Normandy upgrades didn't carry over. Like only the major ones like Solaris armor and the Phoenix cannon, and I think there was a shielding one, but like the probe bay and the fuel capacity, because fuel capacity would have given a great advantage to the start of the game. Like 1,500 units would have been more than enough to pretty much like scout out the entire area.
There is no sign of Ann Bryson in this system.
But on a side note, like I was saying before about how value for money and this DLC, it actually fills in quite a number of like story holes, which I don't think would have probably been explained except in like spin-offs and stuff. Like you'll see definitely in the next video. A lot of people like say about the creators, the Reapers, etc., etc. But you'll definitely see that in the next video if you watch it. Spoilers are up. I don't think I've given away a spoiler by that. If I have, don't be a bitch. I didn't give away shit.
We have located Ann Bryson's dig site.
Yeah. But now we'll be landing on the planet and we should be able to get this mission underway. You never guess who I pick for my main characters to take with me. A bit of a troll there. For any of you that want to try out that method I was saying about with the engineers, what you want to do is you want to have 4 engineers or like 1 Turian Sentinel, because the Turian Sentinel gets tech armor and overload. But with the engineers, you want to have all of the overloads. You want to have the damage against shields 100% increase. You want to have all of the target jumps. So like I think overload can hit a maximum of 3 enemy targets.
Yes.
You lose the damage bonuses through that way, but the good thing about overload is once it hits synthetic targets like the Geth, it will stun them regardless. And if you've got 4 people doing it on different targets, like even against primes, they will stay stunned.
The artifact she uncovered.
Another little helpful hint is maybe not have the Turian Sentinel and have a Quarian Infiltrator.
Take us in closer.
Because that way they can have, I believe, is it the Sabotage, the one where they capture enemy like AI. This works really well for when you take down the primes like shields, and then, or not, I don't think you even have to take down the shields anymore.
Commander, on the
And then they can just take over the primes and get like all the rocket troopers to fire at them, and basically just keep them fighting amongst each other. It's also very helpful when you have the combat drones. If everyone spams their combat drones out, it's going to draw the attention of the AI, because basically I think it works in what they see first is what they shoot at first.
There, go.
So if you spam them all out in front of you, use the infiltrator to like capture them. You can only capture an AI like maximum of 3 times before its like immunity builds up too high. But once you've done that, you've got all your stuff, and then you just focus overloads. Like seriously, you don't even need like guns. You're better off like just having a fucking level 10 Avenger and having a 200 plus power recharge and just spam the overload after overload, because you will do great damage against synthetics, because you get the damage bonus, because overload obviously does better damage against synthetics, and Geth count under that like class or race or tree or whatever the fuck it is. I find the best map to do it on is it's in the campaign where you're trying to collect the Reaper artifacts. It's that very, very small map. Most people are like, oh, why the hell are you talking about a map like that? Because it's way too small, you get overwhelmed. Not necessarily. Basically, as soon as you spawn, you go down to this little, there should be an ammo pack in the middle of the room. It's like that very bottom hallway, and what happens is there's like two L-shaped like pieces of cover. And what you do is you get 2 teammates to either stay on the left and 2 on the right. This way, if one side falls to like getting overwhelmed by the forces, you can basically just forget about those teammates, let them die if it's like too hard, and then the other teammate just focus on the other side. Because since they're L-shaped, you can work both ways. And obviously, if you have the combat drones, it draws that extra bit of attention. Also, very handy thing about L-shaped cover is that the Geth will keep going in the same path. Really fucking handy with the instant melee kill, but you can pull people over the cover.
Look for another path.
And since they come basically in a straight line, all you got to do is have the one person on the cover, the one person behind them to like stun and capture the like harder targets to slow them down. Because if they all come at once, then they will come around the cover and pretty much kill you. However, if you like line up the things, get them to spread out a bit, and use combat drones to separate them, you just do it one after the other. So those rocket drones, those stealth guys that have the like Geth plasma shotguns, you don't have to worry about them. All you have to worry about is those primes closing distance. Best way to take down primes though is to weaken their shields of overload, and then use the rocket troopers, not capturing the primes and letting the primes kill everything, capturing the rocket troopers to take down the prime. Because those missiles, I think it's about 2 or 3 on gold, take down a prime, because obviously you get the damage bonus for like having a captured one if the infiltrator is fully leveled.
Controls are broken. Someone try to fix it.
And
right away.
The only downside to this is when you have to go out and capture bases, because you really have to rely on the infiltrator. Because what happens is, as the infiltrator is going out and capturing with the stealth one, so obviously you have the shroud or cloak, whatever you want to call it. The enemies are drawn to the bigger amount of targets, so if there's these 3 in that little room while the infiltrator's running around, as long as the infiltrator doesn't draw attention to itself, they'll keep swarming in, and obviously since they continue to spawn until you capture the objectives or the time limit spawn, you should be able to draw the attention away. The only thing is though, if there's a time around, you really kind of do have to go and help that teammate, because that hard as you can to do a tear for your teammates. In terms of the like seek and destroy, when there's like 5 different enemy targets, the enemy should come to you. A lot of time they get caught on walls and shit because they're like the MVP, I guess, for that like squad. Sometimes you do have to go and hunt them down, but obviously since they're Geth, just overload spam, and you stun them enough to the point where they're either going to die and you'll kill everything around them, or you'll drop their shields and you'll just like use the sabotage and capture them, and then they'll just kill each other. But yeah, that's my guide for like doing gold and platinum as well. So platinum you get even more money than gold. A little bit harder, but as long as you're running with a full team of mics, it shouldn't be a problem.
Move! That elevator can't be far! This way. Got it. And the elevator's blocked. Is there another way up?
I'll override the pod door near you. There's an access point above, Commander, but you'll have to climb to it.
Copy that.
Understood. Right away. Right away.
Now that I'm starting to wake up a little bit after having like a couple of those cans of V, if you guys have got any suggestions for videos, it could be anything like related to gaming or Mass Effect videos. If you even want me to put up a like guide on how to use that strategy I was talking about for the like multiplayer, just
Find another way.
put a comment below and I should be able to make one when I get my other friends online. Most of them went away on their holidays. But when they come back, I'll probably be able to put one up of those guides and show you how easy it is to get credits, especially if you're trying to unlock those really hard to get characters through the use of Spectre packs or say a Black Widow. Very handy. You can probably get, I haven't even seen what the maximum multiplier is for Platinum yet, but if my strategy works well on that, you'll be able to get your credits in no time at all.
Signaling!
Got it.
Whenever you're going against brutes, try and always use my strategy. You do get damage multipliers by using single fire weapons or slow firing weapons. So as you saw, I gave Liara the hand cannon, the Khan effects. I gave Garrus the sniper rifle, and I equipped my Widow, and then activated squad incendiary ammo that does extra damage against armor. And that brute went down quickly as fuck. And for insanity, definitely a recommendation. Like I said in my last video, I played through the game on my first playthrough with only level 5 weapons on the end of the game and went up against like 7 special characters like the Banshees and Brutes, and I didn't die once. You just gotta learn how to use your characters to get the best like use out of them. I definitely find Liara and Garrus have the best combination because you can take down shields, you can take down barriers, and you can take down armor really quickly, as well as just general ordinary troops.
Got it.
And there's that famous Ravager shot. You always hear me complaining about those because if you don't ever pay attention to them, it's like the I think they're called the Scions? Yeah, Scions in Mass Effect 2. If you're not paying attention to that barrage they do, your shields will be dropped, and they also do stun, like stun damage or stun attack, whatever the hell it is, which leaves you open for basically a quick barrage by like any close by troops. And if they fire even a couple rounds at you, you're going to lose either all your bars of health or just a few bars of health.
Got it.
Another little classy thing about Concussion Blast is that they can track around corners. So something I could have done there is use a Concussion Blast off my gun and force that cannibal out of cover. So this is why I really like it, because since I also have squad abilities on for the ammo upgrades, you can use basically the grenades, they get your weapon ability. So I just normally have incendiary on, unless I'm going for Geth. Geth is really the only other time I change to the synthetic disruptor ammo, that's what it is. That's probably about the only time I changed to Disruptor. But yeah, even those concussive shots get Disruptor ammo when you upgrade it to the last, I think it's the very last level upgrade, and you have the split choice.
The
But
elevator's
yeah,
up ahead.
I'd say Soldier Class is probably the best way to do the game on Insanity. Bardic powers are all cool and that, but when it comes to killing an enemy, you want to stay probably as far away as possible, but able to kill it at the same time. If you're going to just sit there and use your powers and close the distance between them and just walk into a death trap, like what is it? I think it's the shockwave attack, or it's a biotic charge. Oh, biotic charge. I think that's it. Where you launch yourself into the enemy like a body slam. That's like a massive death trap.
I think Hopkins is dead.
He tried to run. I told him not to, but he wanted to help the others. Where did everyone go?
I'm sorry, they didn't make it. Doctor, I need you to come with me.
Oh god. Yes, of course. I was at another dig site when they attacked. I got back as quick as I could, but what's happening?
Shepard, look. I'm not sure, but it might have something to do with these paintings. Is that Leviathan?
Yes. Yes, we think so. It's old, much older than my father thought. And there, as if the natives were under its power. Clearly a Reaper.
I swear my Shepard there looks like he's
any Reaper
stoned.
we've seen before.
Stoned, not angry.
Doctor, I
can't
understand
tell
you found
exactly.
something recently.
The artifact. Yes, of course. Incredible. It's just ahead. May sound strange, but I'm certain it affects people. Their behavior. I've only had a short time to study it.
Not strange at all. Did you find anything?
Not much.
What are they doing?
They've activated it.
Doctor?
They've learned too late. The darkness must not be breached. Shepard!
Take it out. Got it. You okay? Cortez, we have Ann Bryson. Need a pickup.
On my way, Commander.
Copy that. You see the shuttle, you run. Don't look back.
Okay.
Now here comes
Yes.
the gameplay for, well, gunplay, as I would rather probably say it. The interesting thing about playing the game on Insanity is the fact that you always have to stick close to cover. Like, at a couple of points in this combat scenario, I'm like trying to get across the other side of the map because I know the objective is like just where the harvester is, and obviously if I get there, the mission's over. However, like, it's always what I say, if the game tells you to go right and you go left, you're going to find something. In this case, I was actually wrong, but all I found was ammo. And this is one of those near-death experiences from where I don't realise there's a couple Ravagers off to my right. And that harvester was laying into me, and then fucking I get ploughed by a Ravager up here on the balcony. And that's actually another one of the points. You gotta. This is why I love fortification as well, because if I didn't have fortification on, my shields would have dropped even quicker than then, and I would have been probably dead within a few seconds. Love that fucking sniper rifle. Hit someone in the head with that, and bam, they're gone.
I'm on it.
Okay, Cortez, get in here.
Copy that, Commander.
Acknowledge.
Shuttle ready for evac, Commander.
Copy that. Everybody, let's go.
Got it.
Acknowledge. On the double. Will do.
So as I'm coming up on the end of the video, what kind of character loadouts do you guys use? Do you base yours around having the quickest recharge speed for your abilities, or do you base it around having the most goddamn heavy weapons you can to basically engage any target? Like, do you equip the Widow? Do you equip the Avenger like I have? The good thing about the Avenger, sorry, I'll let you guys comment in the thing below, but the good thing about the Avenger is the fact that it's a very lightweight gun once you get it to a high level, which basically means you can have free weapons, same as the submachine guns if you have the lightweight materials, basically having 2 free weapons and having a high recharge speed.
I blacked out.
Leviathan took control of you. We cut the connection before you got hurt.
Leviathan itself? That's incredible.
The Reapers seem as interested in it as we are.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way.
We were hoping you could help us figure out why. But first, Doctor, I have some bad news.
Anne, please. Suppose Leviathan's broken away from the other Reapers. Never went back to dark space. Like a rogue, or even a defector. I have to call my father. He'll want to know.
Anne, you need to listen to me, okay? Your father is dead. I'm sorry.
He's... What? Dead? He can't be dead.
We met with him, hoping to find out what he knew. Something happened.
Something happened?
You're not the first to lose control. Your father's assistant. One minute he was fine, the next... he drew a gun on your father. I couldn't stop him.
I can't believe this.
We have to find out what's behind it all. You're the only one who can help us. Anne?
I want to see his office.
We'll arrange for transportation. Meet you there.
Okay, so we're finally coming up on the end of the video. You'll be able to get your achievement for this. There you go, Family Matters, Rescue a Civilian, which was obviously Dr. Anne Bryson. And basically, like, subscribe, and just check out the next video. It's got some really good content, and you'll be able to see some, I guess, Mass Effect secrets that were revealed by BioWare.